So this is the coffee crew. Well, we'll just say coffee crew and one person who drinks sweet tea, but we won't mention him by name, will we, Josh? So this is the coffee crew here, and then of course my spot right here. But this is what it's all about in the morning. It's where we come down here and talk all kinds of tales. Well, hi, this is Jerry. We have been here for just a couple days, so I thought I would just give you a little bit of a view of just life at Deep Creek and here at the Smoky Mountain Campgrounds. This is our third visit. It's been going on for about 8 years. We come up about every 2 or 3 years. We're going to be up here with Julie, Josh, and our grandkids. We'll give you kind of a view here of the campground. A lot has changed. It's under new ownership since when we first came here, and they've made a lot of improvements, a lot of upgrades. Now we're here during 4th of July week. It is packed. Every spot up here, I think, except 1 or 2 who pulled out early this morning, have been here, and it's just absolutely a blast. Lots of things to do up here. There's great biking, great hiking. Of course, Deep Creek, where everybody goes out in tubes. Our bunch is going to be tubing every single day. I'm probably going to do that. Jumping in the water holes and swimming. I might even do one of those too. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's look at the campground, and then I'll just kind of show you some of the things that you can do up here. And again, probably give you a peek inside of the I Love RV Life household. It's going to be a lot of fun. Is it big rig friendly, you may ask? Well, kinda. So there are a couple spots that you can fit in. We're 42 feet, so I think there's one up here that may be just a tad bigger than that, but maybe 3 or 4. Now, let's talk a little bit about how you get here and just some of the things that might be a little bit challenging if you're in a big rig. You've got to come through Bryson City. And the roads are narrow, so you're going to have to be at the top of your game if you're going to be coming to the campground. Again, I'm 42 feet. It's big, 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 big. But if you can manage it and you're up to that, then you're going to have just an absolutely fabulous time. Book early. I want to caution you, if you're going to come here to Smoky Mountain Campground, book early, especially if you're coming during event periods like 4th of July, or you're coming up here to ride the train in Bryson City around Thanksgiving, Christmas, when everybody's coming up here getting their photo opportunities. Great place to come again. So make sure you come up here and get your call in and get your reservations done early. This is our site. We're not on the creek. This is 29. It's what they call a double. We pay a little extra for it, but it gives us extra parking. That's our truck here. Park at a slight angle, just because I've got the space. That's Julie's Jeep. They needed some extra space, so we had it. We set it down here for dinners and things like that. We had a big cookout last night, and we got tons of space. We got nice shade on the back. The front of the cap keeps it a little bit. Let me show you. This isn't part of the campground, but we've got horses behind us. We got a fire pit. But I'll show you the view here that we have out of our back window. It's just absolutely stunning. And in the evenings, the clouds come across. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm telling you, that is some kind of pretty. But that's our view of the hills over there, and we can see the ridge up there. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Just absolutely gorgeous. And how do people get internet? Well, we have several people here that's got Starlink. There's a Starlink there. Starlink's working. We got another camper down over here that has Starlink. We're using cellular. It's okay. We're able to watch the Braves at night. But it's a good, and here is one of the 2 bathhouses. We do face the bathhouse, so we get a little bit of foot traffic. But again, it's just one of those things that to fit big. I'll show you. Over here is 36. It's a good size rig. I'd say that's probably close to 40 feet, that reflection. They'll fit over there without any problems. And this is the back end of the campground. Everything is, I guess you'd call this a crush and run. Keeps the dust down. It's not too bad. It's good enough for the kids to ride bicycles in it and not lose too much traction. But you can see the campground is packed, 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 packed. So we do have tent areas. This is set up specifically for tents. And they allow that. That's pretty cool. These are some of your shorter sites that you'll see over here. And these shorter sites, smaller units, they'll allow you to back in, as you'll see this pop up. Or you can park sideways if you want to do that. And you'll see some good size rays. Now this is our crew. I'll take you down while we're here. We're going to have breakfast one morning. I'll just kind of show you the site. Let me show you this. Matter of fact, Josh is out here having his breakfast. I won't bother him. Morning, Josh.
Morning.
And this is our coffee spot that we come to every morning. But I got to show you this. Since it's quiet, the tubers aren't coming yet. They'll be pouring down later on today. Look at that view from their site. Isn't that gorgeous? We're going to have us a creekside next year. I'm looking forward to that when we come back. I think we'll come back next year, kind of break our mode of coming up about every 2 to 3 years. I think we'll do another one next year. It's just awesome up here. It's kind of like a family feel. A lot of folks have been coming up here. You ready for this? This campground's pretty old. Folks have been coming up here for over 40 years. Been coming up when they were kids. Now they're coming up here with their kids. And over 40 years, their kids are now bringing up their kids. So it's really kind of neat, kind of a neat experience. A lot of folks have pulled out. This 12 was the first site that we came to 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. It's all running together after all this time. It's been a long time. Beautiful site, beautiful site. This is also a double. This is what you're gonna pay extra for. But you're gonna have a little bit more room. I think there's, don't quote me on this, but there's 5 or 6 of these. You can see these gorgeous views of the creek, and people just float right down that stay on these creek sides, float right down and just come right up to the campground when they're doing their tubes. If you're not on the creek side, I'll show you where you can come up at, and that's where we come up at. We floated yesterday. This is the front of the area. I'll kind of show you the inside of the main building here. I think this building's, I don't know how old it is, 80 years old. Used to be, I found out it was the original owner here before it was a campground. They made furniture there. There's where all the tubes are at. Let's say you wanted to come up here and you didn't have a camper. Well, guess what? There's an option. They've got, I think, a couple campers up here that are permanently installed here, and you can rent one of those and spend a week or a weekend, whatever you choose to do. That's a nice option. A lot of people do that too. They're all booked this week. Here's the entrance into the campground as it goes down in that direction over there. You can kind of see how deep the campground is from here. We'll kind of stroll on down here. I mentioned that if you did not have a camper on the creek side and you're tubing and you want to tube all the way back down to the campground, this is what we use. We're not on the creek. We come up this area right here. Look at the kids playing in the water. And you can come right to this direction right here under the bridge, come right up here and get off. It makes it nice. And I'm going to take you over to these facilities. The campground owns these as well. All right, let's go inside the camp store. You're going to love this place. This is where the social world lives. Not only do we have the social world, we've got the camp store pup. But when you come up here in the evenings, everybody's up here eating ice cream. It's incredible. I love this whole place. And you got all your essentials. So if you don't want to go into town and you just want to hang out, you can get eggs and milk and bread and hot dogs and adult beverages and Cokes and all the things that the kids want. A lot of the local things that you see, like your jams and chow chows. They even have, you ready for this? We've been there. Deep Creek wine from the vineyard up there. And of course you got all your merchandise. You want to have your experience when you come to Deep Creek. So you forgot the hoodie, the t-shirt. Everybody's got to have a hat. So you have all those things as well. Kind of makes it neat. Stickers for the sides of the doors and those types of things. It's a cool place. Cool place. And the folks here are just super, super nice and sweet. I was talking about the campground, but there's more to this area than just the campground. They've expanded considerably with a number of the properties that are up here, so you take advantage of some other things while you're here. Also part of this group is the Tube Outpost, and look at this, the Deep Creek Lodge. So again, it doesn't have to be just campers only. You can enjoy this beautiful lodge they have here. Of course, they got the outpost here that you can also get tubes at. It's the same tubes as over there. It's part of the same organization, so you can get those just depending on how busy they are. And you can also get beverages and things like that. You forgot your water shoes, you can get those. You can stay in that beautiful lodge. It's really popular. They've got cabins. They got a couple cabins you can stay here. And then they've got this facility here that is part of them, Wise Guy Grill. So if you want to enjoy being part of the whole experience, you can enjoy that as well. Just coming up here, getting you burgers and those types of things. But here's the big tip. Look where you get to have your lunch, or your supper for that matter. Down here by the creek. Isn't that gorgeous? One of my favorite spots, sometimes in the evening, I'll just walk up here to the bridge, the pedestrian bridge, and watch the tubers come down. If I'm not participating in it, I'll come over here, and they'll be coming down soon. They're all heading up right now. Sometimes I'll just come up here in the cool of the afternoon and just stare at that. Some kind of pretty, isn't it? Isn't that gorgeous? That's really something. Really something. Still have some mountain laurel in the first week of July. Not gonna be around much longer, but still a little bit left. It's pretty. Two great views from here, then back to the campground again. You see the campground over there. One of the things I've enjoyed so much with the grandkids this time is both hiking and biking, aside from the tube experience, of coming up here in the Great Smoky Mountain National Park. It's bike friendly. There is a 15-mile-an-hour speed limit, so you need to be cautious of that. If you're on an e-bike and you're, thinking you want a hot rod through here, don't do it. And it's crowded, probably wouldn't be the safest thing to do. And then there is a bike trail, but it's also heavily used by the tubers, so you need to be cautious and respectful of them. We haven't had any issues. You just have to take your time. It's only the Deep Creek Trail that is bike friendly. And then once you pass the very end of the last spot for the tubers, then the trail goes for about another 2.5 miles. We call it the loop. And you can enjoy a great ride up through there. We've done that probably 5, 6, 7 times with the kids. It's been wonderful. So I'll take you up here and just take you on a short segment and let you see what it looks like. Now this is the parking area. It's still early in the morning, but it is really starting to fill up with everyone. I showed this on a previous video. They have a huge pavilion up here that you can rent and take advantage of. Now, for all these spots that you see down here, it just requires a paid parking pass. They've got a kiosk down here you can get and enjoy that. And what's really interesting, I'm amazed at this every time I come up here. Once you get into the canopy, this beautiful canopy, temperature drops about 10 degrees. This is so comfortable. A hot July day, you're gonna be up in the 80s. And you can come up here and it's, in the 70s. And if you're too hot, you can jump in the creek. Now we're coming up early in the morning, although I know you're seeing a lot of people. It will get really busy around noontime. But I'll show you some of the trail. So let's head up here. And you can see other bikers that are coming down through here this morning. Some pedal. Morning. I gotta say it, go dogs. So you can see all the tubers. We were doing this yesterday. There's your views of the creek. I'll show you a little bit of that. I'm gonna give you some better views of the creek here in just a little bit. I'm gonna ride a pretty good ways up into the end of the trail where they don't allow tubers. And I'm going to show you that. Now the trail's not too technical at all. It's real walked. You can see here's hikers up here. It's really well walked. I'm going to take you to one of the probably the most popular areas that people just come up and sit. Now we go quite a long ways up before we launch, but this place is incredible. I want you to see this. So this is the falls. This is Indian Creek Falls. A lot of people just come here. This is their starting point, especially if you got little ones. It's a nice, simple, easy float. This is Indian Creek Falls. You'll see people sit up there on the ledge, kind of right across here. Beautiful, beautiful area. And I wouldn't climb it. The stones here in the creek and up through the falls are like goose grease. You'll bust your hiney. Isn't it beautiful though? Let's go get a close-up. Beautiful morning. Sun's already out. It'll be a little warm, but it's nice down here by the creek. And I think that's the fun thing. We get down here by the creek and we're gonna have breakfast. We're having kind of coffee by the creek. That's a thing that we've been doing ever since we've been coming up here for about 5 years ago. So here's the spot that Julie, Josh, and the kids have. Like I said, they've got a creek side. This is called a double. They got a couple double spots. And boy, do they need it with, you know, 4 e-bikes. And this is their spot. Awesome. You can see there's the coffee club down there, and they've got their floats that they've been using. And of course, you've got to meet Rosie. If you've never met Rosie, English Bulldog, there she is. There's that sweet Rosie. Look at her, and she's precious. So she's a good traveler, and she is just an absolute doll. There she is. And this is where the coffee crew comes in a little bit. We're going to be doing big time breakfast, brunch, whatever you want to call it. Here comes sweet Jilly Beth this morning. Morning, Jill.
Good morning.
How are you, baby?
Good.
So this is the coffee crew. Well, we'll just say coffee crew and one person who drinks sweet tea, but we won't mention him by name, will we, Josh? So this is the coffee crew here, and then of course my spot right here. But this is Deep Creek. This is what it's all about in the morning. It's where we come down here and talk all kinds of tales. And the kids to the left of us come down here and fish for trout. It's just awesome. Look down through there. I'm gonna show you some more video of just that we're doing bike rides and going back up in the trails. So I'll be showing you that while we're here at the campground, just to show you all the fun stuff that you can do around here. It's pretty awesome. And we'll get motivated in a bit.
Or not.
Or not. But somewhere there's breakfast in the plan. Or it may be lunch by the time we get to it, right, y'all?
That's not.
That's it. Could be. We call it breakfast, but it's noon. Motivation at Deep Creek is difficult. So I think we're going to do a big breakfast. Here's my contribution. I found some Florida watermelon at the Ingles grocery store, so we're going to be doing that. So we got watermelon. Yeah, I know it's brunch, but let's go up here. They should be getting close to getting everything cranked up. I think it's going to be eggs and sausage and biscuits this morning. Yummy. Lots of good. We found us some North Carolina honey. That's going to be yummy. So come on up here and I'll show you what it looks like. I'll kind of show you the setup for brunch. One thing you've noticed, those of us here at I Love RV Life, we love to eat. It's a pretty cool setup that we've got here. Again, this is a double space. And we've got both Julie and Josh over here cooking. Now the kids, I thought we didn't have motivation. Are they out of bed yet? No. Of course, they were playing games till late in the morning. I'm not even going to give you the time. So Josh is the master here at the Blackstone. Sausage done?
Sausage is done.
And Jules, now you want to Induction?
Yes.
Hey,
super
nothing.
cool. Gotta have some copper pots.
Yeah, so she's got the eggs going here on the induction. What a great thing to have here. Cooking by the creek with the outdoor.
Outdoor kitchen's the way to go.
I'm telling you, isn't this awesome? And this is the view from the kitchen, the front of the kitchen. Isn't this awesome? Oh my gosh. So Joan's heading down. I'm gonna stick my head in and aggravate the older kids.
Have fun with that.
Have fun with that. I think I can make enough noise to at least get them aggravated. Jilly Beth, the baby's already out running around with her friends, hanging out with us looking for milk for her friends so she can have Frosted Flakes.
Stop it.
Are you serious?
All right, let's go in here and aggravate the babies, the big babies. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna put them on YouTube, y'all. All right, let's see who's not up. Let's see who's, oh my gosh, look at this. This is terrible. Look at this. Oh. They don't want to get up. All right, I see one moving. This one here, hey, it's time to eat. Hey, baby, it's time to eat. I know, I know. What are you doing? You got to get up. It's time to eat. There's another one. He's motivated. 2 a.m.? Really? Y'all played games till 2 a.m.?
Yeah.
It was, what was that?
It was fun.
It was fun. All right, time to get up. It's time to eat. Come on. We got watermelon. We got biscuits.
Here we go.
We got honey. We got Tabasco sauce. We got eggs. And we got sausage. All right, come on, y'all. That's just what it's like. I think I have movement, Jules.
All right.
Oh. I can't say I was successful, but I got movement. This is awesome, y'all.
So what Bryson
Group prayer? All right.
Dear Jesus, bless this food and make us strong. Amen.
This is awesome.
I did. I charged yours last night.
Loan and charge lately.
I just plugged yours up and Jamie's up.
All right, we're further up the trail of Deep Creek Trail. Look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? But today I'm having a little bit more fun. Instead of being just me, I've got Jake and Jamie Kate with us. Fun?
Yeah.
How many miles into the trip are we?
3.
3 miles in. Still going. And the scenes are incredible, aren't they? I'm a couple miles into the trail and the waterfalls, it's just amazing up here. They're everywhere, and you know, not everything is a high, you know, big tall fall, but you get these cascading falls all over the place. And of course, yeah, that white glistening mountain laurel, of course it is. Oh, this is something. This is a beautiful spot. You won't see this on the tubing. You're gonna have to hike, or I'm doing the e-bike thing. I'll allow that up here. Only on the Deep Creek Trail. You can't get off on the Indian Trail or the others. But that is really something. Just gorgeous, gorgeous views here. And they just go on and on and on. It's just not this one spot. Just look at that elongated view. It just goes on and then up into the valley to the top of that ridge. It is something beautiful. Just some kind of pretty.